Okay, welcome back everyone to some more Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. God damn it. So if you watched the end of last video, we found something amazing that happened. Heal wounds, hasting, and teleport have all been removed, the ones. And that's pretty bad. So let me explain to you why that's bad. First of all, it basically means that the available list of wands is completely stupid and shit. Like there's pretty much nothing of value other than digging. Um, Digging and disintegration. Like literally every other wand is absolute garbage. Like in no scenario am I gonna be like, oh man, I'm in depth, a wand of acid. Holy shit, that's so good. Thank God I found that shit. Um, so yeah, we're down to like maybe two types of wands pretty much. Everything else is garbage. Another thing that's bad, deep dwarfs have been changed, and I read that as incredibly nerfed. So now instead of their heal wounds wand, they now get a heal wounds potion effect that has a chance to rot their MP. So hooray, more RNG. That's pretty good, I guess. Excellent RNG is happening. The heal wounds thing is going to be a thing now. So like they essentially lost their recharging ability, like period, which means they don't have the power to do anything really. Like they're limited in the amount. Like God, the heal wounds has been just fucking brutal for the deep dwarf. Like I don't think they're a good race anymore, which is really weird. Mummies are basically formicids now, except they're worse because mummies don't they can't haste anymore by any means necessary. Like they removed the spell, they removed everything. Like this is gonna be pretty much how you're gonna see your late game guy with a wands. Like it's just digging disintegration. There's absolutely no reason to have anything else. Like period. Like the ice blast is only there for a meme. Like I'm never gonna really use it. It's not gonna be that important. Um, yeah. So on top of that, like yeah, mummy's fucked. And pretty much every race, every combo that was ever weak and wanted to have that, it's a big massive nerf to the player. Let me explain why. So they said in their Can of Worms said to me when we talked about it that the character like for compensation, like I think it's like heal wounds, haste, and teleport have been buffed by 10, 16, and 25% respectively in terms of item generation, which is not at all enough because if you consider a game with with haste and without haste, like it's actually ridiculous. Like the amount of like it's a massive nerf. It's a big nerf, especially because you can't like when you couldn't acquire wands of hasting, that was bad enough. Or like when you couldn't acquire wands period, that was pretty bad because like then you'd make at least those items really rare. But now you've just straight up gone and removed them. Like now, pretty much everyone in the dungeon is going to be lacking haste. Particularly, haste is the one that I have the most problem with, mostly because hasting is only found in like literally one scenario now, which is potions of hasting, which means that your ability to be a character that plays dungeon crawl stone soup is severely based on RNG now, like essentially. Um, I mean, once you got a wand of like, I'm not saying that it was purely RNG. Like it's not purely RNG in the first place because you'd have to find a wand of hasting first. But at least before you had some control over it, you could acquire for it, and then you could determine how many hasting charges you wanted based on how much recharging you had. Like it really does sting. Like I don't know. It's pretty bad. When they remove haste altogether, it's just gonna be really pissing me off. Like the main issue that I have is like they continuously nerf the player, and they're like, oh, but there's all these dumb shit that we nerf as well that makes the player stronger. Well, fucking it doesn't. Like, remember evocations? They nerf those. Yeah. I can't actually. I'm trying to think of a time where players were buffed directly in terms of like character strength. Tomahawks, but they removed darts instead for that. Starting books, no monk, but that got changed, not really buffed. Um, hmm. I'm trying to just think of like a Maybe ranged buffs. Oh wait, they nerfed those. Throwing. Oh wait, no, they nerfed that. No, never mind. Poison. Oh wait, no, they nerfed that. No, no, no. Oh. You know what? You know what they did buff? RLEC. Oh wait, no, they nerfed that too. Great. Cool. Like, I don't know. This is just a shitty it's a shitty set of changes. It makes two races like completely fucking retarded now. Namely Mummy and Deep Dwarf. Like Deep Dwarf is, leave it alone, man. Holy shit. It's just like so stupid now. Because it's like your rot is based on RNG, and there's no for you to change that RNG. So like I suppose you can't like really stockpile. Oh, I guess you can. Who knows? But I don't know. Like I'm trying to explain it, but I'm kind of like not really. I wasn't really thinking about it before I started this video, so that's why it's coming out a little bit unjumbled. But essentially, Deep Dwarf can't recharge anything now. Like they can only recharge their health, and that's kind of not the point. Deep Dwarf recharging is used on a whole bunch of other shit, like, but now that's gone. So now they're more one-dimensional because now you only are allowed to pick McLeod pretty much, or Trog if you really feel like playing sadistically retarded like characters, because Trog is really annoying to play because you have to manage all your health with Brother in Arms. Like it's kind of silly, but I don't know. Hopefully this change gets reverted, or at least there's like some kind of middle ground, because this is just, as it stands right now, it just seems a bit stupid. Like this character here has all of 2 haste potions. If I had 16% more of 2 haste potions, I'd get 2 haste potions, which is the same amount of haste potions. Fun fact. So like, I really would not have been getting much more haste anyway. So it's like, now I only have 2 haste potions, and there's only ever going to be 2 haste potions. I don't know. Seems kind of silly, but whatever. I'm pretty mad about it, but you know, you just guaranteed to know, like, whatever dev is watching this shit, it's just gonna be like, yeah, look at him, he's just angry. Oh, he's a fucking noob. Except, like, the devs don't play this game. Hehe. I mean, I don't know. It seems kind of slap in the wrist, slap in the face. I don't know, as a player. It's not quite so melodramatic, but it does definitely nerf the player quite significantly. Means teleport's no longer as easy to come by. Item generation is fucked too, because oh yeah, I forgot. It also affects the extended endgame because it means that your consumables are a lot lower. It means that you can't haste spam at all, pretty much. It means you don't have a lot of stuff. You don't have heal wound spam. You don't have anything. Fuck that shit. You don't need it. Like I don't know. It just seems like a bad change, since it just completely fucks with the power curve of the player. But I don't know. It'll really suck. I don't know how to. I don't really know what to say. Like other than that, like it's just gonna suck. And because it's not like we really did get a compensation, to be honest. We got like half. Oh shit! I can almost buy that. I probably shouldn't buy these, but I kind of want the haste really bad because I don't have a chance of getting another one. Yeah. Look, we've got slightly enough. We'll wait. We'll hold on and try to find that gold dragon armor, and then we'll think about it later. I don't know. I don't want to think too hard about it, like honestly. Right now I'm just really annoyed. I just don't want to play. But I gotta fucking finish this for the end. It does mean a couple of things though. I have a feeling that I'm gonna be oh god, double juggernaut, what the fuck? I will most likely be playing Deep Dwarf on 0.19, just because it feels more representative of the character. This is fucked. This is actually fucked. Like, what is this? Actually getting wrecked right now by double juggernaut. That's fucked up. There we go. Much better. What's a gold dragon? I'd be impressed, but I'm gonna get your hide anyway, so it doesn't matter. Alright, cool. We can finally go and buy that thing on D7. Jesus Christ. Does mean we finally get a fairly decent armor, which will pretty much give us a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't know if it's worth that much curing and haste. Well, it's only worth 2 haste potions, 2 blinking, to be honest. We have enough haste. Sorry. Yeah, 2 haste, 2 blinks. It's not that important, I guess. Here we go. So we go from 41.11 to 49.6. It's actually not much of a change, honestly. Hold-ons can come off. We'll train some more fighting, I guess. But the main reason why I wanted it is because it gives us like this ridiculous amount of resistance, which is honestly not that great, but I kind of want it. Okay, wow. Do we really get rid of the protection for the slaying? I mean, slaying is pretty good on this character because you can just keep getting in hits. Tough call. I guess I'll just keep it on and I'll see how it works. If I feel like I'm taking too much damage, I'll. I mean, it shouldn't really matter. I have 49 to 44. It's not a huge change. So, like, I guess it doesn't really matter. I guess we enchant that botting to max. Don't really need lignification anymore. Probably don't need these things. Okay, that's good enough. Like, I don't know, guys. Look, the game's gonna change, but it's probably gonna be worse. But who knows? I don't think in any situation it was okay, these guys are just being assholes right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put my RLEC on. Remember when this was a thing? Yeah. Cool. Just a whole bunch of dumb shit happening all the time. But yeah, they removed that shit. They made so this patch, like this trunk update so far has been pretty fucking awful. Like they've already basically removed Ogre and replaced it with Formicid, the fat guys. Like by that I mean like they're just vanilla race with big gimmick. That's about it really. Like so they've changed Ogre, so Ogre's no longer a Mason Flails user. It's actually a polearms guy now. And then they go ahead and they make Deep Dwarves fucking stupid, and they make mummies even more useless. It's like as if you could fuck up mummies worse than they already were. Like as if you can make them worse. Somehow you managed to do that. They can't haste now, so they can't haste. They have like they only have one of the 3 consumables. There's no way for them to heal, and there's no way for them to haste. Like that is fucked up. Like legitimately. Like they don't even have curing, man, and you're gonna take away their heal wounds too. Holy shit. I mean, like I knew they were bad, but that's just pushing it to the next limit. Like Jesus Christ, can you imagine playing a game as a Vinestalker without regen and a Formicid without the arms, like for the whole game, and you're also RF minus, and you have shit stats across the board? My God, that's disgusting. Let's go with this. We might lose. What the fuck was that? Unlinked cursed bow. Cursed longbow. But I'm using it. Okay, that was weird. Alright, yeah, we'll go in. I think we'll stay with our melee for most of the time, I think, here. That's probably the most appropriate. This could be a Holy Word, Silence, or Torment. Either way, I don't want to have it in my inventory, so I'm just going to get rid of it. It was a Holy Word scroll. Yeah, I don't really want that shit. I mean, it could come in handy, but honestly, in the situations where I would be reading it, it's probably not as good as just me hitting something. Like, I know it sounds weird, but it's actually the truth. Alright, that's an asshole I don't want to fight, so I'm going to use my teleports. Keeping in mind that these 12 are going to be the only ones that I get, so I actually have a lot less teleport. Like, having 1 teleport is way more than 9. So, like, giving me 25% more teleport doesn't mean shit. Like, it's not as much as it used to be. Like, no matter what you say, you're directly taking away from the amount of consumables that a player has. Like, you would have to increase your teleports by something fucking ridiculous in the late game, in the mid game, just to make it like on par with like your average game, which gets a 1 teleport pretty consistently. Like you would have to give at least 50% to 100% more teleports. Like I'm talking like we should have like 30 teleports in like most games, assuming you don't like teleport like crazy. But whatever. Who am I to talk? Just the guy who's played a lot of this game. Whatever, man. Whatever. Like, ultimately, it's not like I'm gonna change anything. Unless you are a dev and you're listening to this, then fuck you. Nah, you're alright. Just change this and you'll be alright. That's funny. Oh yeah, they removed Hiles too. I completely forgot about that. Like, honestly, Hiles are just vanilla. Like, that's the silver lining. Hiles got removed. It's not even really silver lining. It's just, eh. Oh boy, this is gonna take a while. I should really remember to use Shadow Form at some point. I won't. Okay, we're getting mad mutated, which is cool, I guess. Alright, we're extremely frail. That's fun. Just gotta kill some stuff and our mutation should go down a little bit. Good that I'm picking up extra gold. The gold here is actually kind of helpful to us because it's gonna give us... Jesus Christ, man. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? This is actually fucked up, how much we're taking. Like, we should not be taking that much damage from enemies. Jesus. I'm just gonna stand near this upstairs, or this outward portal, while I heal all my shit up. Because this is just dumb. Actually taking quite a bit of damage here. For some reason. Alright. Curing. Just to get rid of that sickness so I keep regenning. Oh my god. Like, we've fought one every single time we worked off our mutations. This is just such RNG. I don't want to go back out, because it's going to be a pain in the ass. God damn it. Like, I really don't want to go outside. Often deteriorates upon taking damage. Jesus Christ, why? We have only 2 accumulates too, so like, this is not great. Kind of like how they said, like, oh, we'll buff up Q-mute placement because it'll make it easier. And then they did, and then they fucking nerfed it again. Like, they're like, oh, we realized that people were actually just able to play like they used to, so I'm just gonna remove it. All right. Maybe honestly, like, Abyss might not be that good anymore because you can't tell it. I think Slime might be the 3rd rune of choice now. Just because you only have to use 1 set of consumables, you don't have to do shit. Like, I can't tell you with ease here. It's not good. Like, simply because I might need a tell later, and there's actually a huge trade-off now. I mean, with 10 left, that means that I might use like 4. That's not a vault with the rune, by the way. This is Abyss 2. You can't get the rune on Abyss 2. It has to be Abyss 3 or lower. But like, oh, for fuck's sake, just please stop. Thank you. Downstairs. Nice. Okay, there's a bunch of downstairs here. I don't really want to go down to 4. Oh god damn it. Alright, let's just start teleporting. Keeping in mind that teleport is now much more limited resource. Again. Oh, and silence is like fucking brutal now. Because you can't use anything, any consumables other than potions. Like, you can't teleport away from Menace, for example. It's pretty fucked up. Oh, you can cast, but I can't cast in silence. Silence is a dumb mechanic. It only punishes one type of character, really. Which is mage. Everyone else doesn't really care too much. Alright, this is some pretty bad Abyss luck. I mean, I could go for Slime, but I feel like it's not worth it. Let's go for Abyss 4. Let's hope that we don't die. Alright, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, you gave me Dex plus 2 stealth. That's helpful, I guess. Not that we ever use it, but hey, whatever. Should not look a gift. What the fuck? Should not look a gift horse in the mouth. Unless it's a Trojan horse. Alright, gonna teleport here again. Probably shouldn't do that. It's not optimal. Because we won't have enough teleport to make it through the rest of the game. Oh crap, okay, so here's a great time to not haste, because we can't use haste. Haste is not a good idea for this character. Let's use heal wounds here. Oh my fucking god. Like, this is just too much stuff. Fuck. Like, I don't even want to get that rune because like it's just there's just too much shit. You know what I mean? Like I can't get it. Oh my, for fuck's sake! Like if I actually die in the abyss, I'm gonna be so fucking mad. Like I've not died in the abyss in so long. Like as a third rune, I mean. Like this is just embarrassing. What the fuck is this? Okay, we're getting just straight RNG here. Potion of Might. Oh my god. Man, I really wish we had a teleport wand. Guess we're not gonna get one. It's all good though. Maybe I'm just tilted. That could be it. This is not a good idea to take that teleport. I mean, take that way out. Alright, we're just gonna get out. Fuck it. God damn it. I don't know what's wrong with me, but it's pretty fucked up. I think we just need to fight less dudes. Like, teleport is just... I don't know, I have a mental block. It's just like, I only got 5 teleports left. So there's actually, this game can actually fucking end with me not having any teleports. It's my fucking teleport wand got removed. In the middle of my fucking game too. Like, holy shit. Oh, so pissed off, man. Fuck this game. Alright, let's get this slaying shit off. We're not gonna fight anything anymore. Like, we're just gonna leg it as best we can. Okay, we get paralyzed. Just gonna try to go for as many consumables as I can, like, without fighting stuff. Oh my god, look at all those hastings. We literally double that amount of haste we got already. That's pretty sick. Fuck these Starkos masses, seriously, man. Like, they are just messing me up for some reason today. Like, they're spawning at, like, the worst times. They're paralyzing at the... That's not a... There's no vault there. Why the fuck is there, like, so much stuff? I just have to keep running. Just don't stop running. Because this is just fucked. Please, just let me go. Probably should not have queued there, whatever. That's fine. Like, god. Okay, fuck it, we're just gonna use the bow and arrow. Like, this is taking too long. We'll pick it up if we pick it up. Like, I'm definitely not a fan of using my arrows in Abyss, because they're like, they have a very good chance of just mulching and you're not going to get them back, because you just can get teleported anytime. Just a pain. Whatever, we'll see it like that. I missed my 2 arrows because I was trying to heal. Whatever, we'll just deal with it. Fuck it. Alright, so this is the rune. I'm just gonna go ahead and haste shadow form, just start walking. It's over here somewhere. Nope. Fuck, it's on the other side. Holy shit. Okay, we got kind of like shafted a little bit because that Thorn Hunter came at the wrong time. Please just let me go. Holy shit. Fear scroll. No. Fuck, man. I just wanted to get in. Why is it so difficult? No, I can't. Alright, I just need to fight these guys. Fight these cunts with my... Oh, sorry. That's not a PC word for you non-Australians. My bad. I forgot. In my anger. Oh my fucking god, dude. No. Stop. Holy shit. Oh my god, fuck this Thorn Hunter so hard. I hate this guy. He's just an asshole. Ooh. Okay, we're leading out. Oh, that's nice. Ooh, there we go. We can get this rune real quick here. We can just run back. Please just let us. Yeah, like I was gonna say. Just fine. We'll use the 2 blinking. It's fine. Whatever. Fuck it. Like it's fine. Alright, we need to run for it. Let's end the shadow form. There we go. Alright, so there was shadow form. it made us so that we took a lot less damage from that fight, which is why we managed to get rid of all that stuff before. Gives us our third rune, which we can now use to take Zot. I mean, really, we could have lost a lot more from that, so that's fine, I guess. I remember there was a good shot with heal wounds. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some of that shit. What is that? Hasting is good. Can't afford the blinking, but that doesn't really matter because we're going to Zot, which won't let us blink anyway. What is that cursed longbow? Alright, I definitely need to kill these assholes. And by those assholes I meant the Moss of Wrath, because those were really painful. What is this longbow shit? I don't know what that is, dude. Stop fucking spamming with it. I don't need it. Help. Alright, we got some good resists here, so this shouldn't be too much of a problem now. We have 7 magic maps, so we can just breeze through Zot basically. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and read that magic mapping. Alright, so there's one right to the left of us. Right to the left of us, lol. I mean, like, immediately to the left of us, which is nice. We're just going to go ahead and go through that. We'll also note there's a downstairs, but we're not going to go through that one. Just going to go ahead and kind of tease my way around here, just to make sure that everything's okay. Okay, Gold Dragon. Probably not even worth pulling, but whatever. We pulled it. Sue us, we pulled it. Alright, shoot those guys. Alright, this looks like a vault. I probably should read the magic mapping before I do anything, really. But I'll kill these guys first. As a sign of respect, I'll kill them first. Alright, great, there's a downstairs right here. I am kind of worried about the contents of that vault, though. Just spilling over, just killing us. Alright, that's fine. Good enough. Okay, read that magic mapping once more. So this one is going to give us 2 downstairs right here, which is pretty good. We just need to be a bit careful about how we do this. Alright, that's a Cursor. We need to shoot it down before it does anything bad. And excellent, perfect. We have no resist negative, so if Torment does the full 50% HP, if you get 3 pips, you can bring that down to 15%. Oh, sorry, 35% health. Oh, so it does only 15% of your health. I don't explain that. No. Sorry, it does only 33% of your health, or something. 35%, I think. Wait. It goes from 50. Yeah, it goes 50%, and then every RN makes your torments do 5% less health damage. So you get 35% damage taken. I don't explain that better. Sorry. Ah, shit. This is kind of scary because that Moth Wrath was there. Once he's gone, it's not too bad. I will note that this Aralek is going to be a real pain in the ass, though. Not sure if I should bother with the Aralek right now, but for the time being, we'll just not worry about it. I think it's actually pretty good if we just put the slaying on though, over the protection for now, just because the slaying does so much damage, and it'll help us against orbs of fire and such. I don't know how much, but it will help. Okay, so this is just a weird random thinger. Don't know what that's all about. Don't want to go up the stairs. So we want to go here or down here. I guess we can clear all of it, I suppose. That's probably the best way to do it. I guess we'll just clear Zot 4, just to be safe. I mean, like, I'm not really a fan of clearing, but in this case, where all the staircases are like kind of disjointed and weird, I'd rather just... Oh, please don't fuck me over, Deathdrake. Please don't fuck me over. Okay, thank you. Hate Deathdrake so much. Like, such an annoying enemy. Probably one of the worst, to be honest. Like, it's just their effect is so infuriating. It's not even, like, incredibly strong. I'm gonna get myself in the corridor here so I only take 2 shots per turn. I mean, it's not great, it's not optimal, but I'll actually shoot up so I have a way out. I was shooting down because I was seeing a lot of things. I was basically weighing up the penetrative potential of an arrow. So an arrow, if it misses your initial target, it can still hit a guy behind it, which is kind of useful. Then I realized it's probably better for me to just shoot up to give myself a way out. I don't know, a lot of things right now. I'm just kind of playing on autopilot because I don't know. This game has become kind of unpleasant, mostly because of that teleport wand. Pretty salty about that. I mean, like, realistically, the teleport wand removal just makes the game harder for players, like new and old. It's kind of silly. I don't like it for that reason. God, fuck this curse toad so hot. Oh my god, fuck this curse toad. Oh, Jesus Christ. What is even happening right now? Blink and shoot it. Alright. The main issue there was that I was surrounded. I couldn't move and I couldn't shoot the curse toad, which gave it time to torment me. That was really the reason why it was so dangerous. Everything else was fine. Like, a curse toad cannot really kill you by itself. It can only really kill you with the aid of its allies. Okay, wow, we just took a lot of damage from nothing. Don't know what that was, but yeah, alright. Okay, I don't know why that thing has CeHu, but that's a real dick move, dude. Let's get some CeHu. Jesus Christ. What a tough enemy. And all he had was a launch shield, too. This one has a shield. Can still block a lot of my shots. It's kind of annoying. Alright, just shoot. No need to worry about my arrows now, I think. I think we should have enough for the end game. Even if I fight every single orb of fire and enemy in the game, I'll still have enough arrows. I think. I hope. I don't know. I mean, it's possible. Alright, let's just check where this upstairs is. It's actually pretty good, so makes all three staircases pretty decent, but I think this one is the best one. Overall, like that one over there. Probably just the best in general, because it's closer to all the other stairs. Alright, so this is a really annoying vault. That's fine. Oh, this is kind of an annoying layout, I should say. Alright, IP equals just I'm sick of removing it like accidentally. It's giving me like so much resistance, so many resistances. So much resistance is kind of right as well, I guess. Whoops, we messed that up a little bit. Just gonna make a diagonal thing just because it is a little bit safer in terms of like cornering, LOS and such. I don't know. The mechanics of the game should be fairly simple at this point. Honestly, I'm just trying to get through this game because I want to restart. I don't want to play this character anymore because I feel like he was unjustly nerfed for no reason. Maybe if I can come back with a better mindset, it'll help sort itself out a little bit better. But for now, I'm just kind of pissed off. So, yeah. This is a pretty like stupid ass set of stuff, but whatever. We'll try to handle it like this. Just trying to create like a whole bunch of like known defensive structures, like kill hole here, corner here, corridor here. Like it's just a whole bunch of like different ways to protect myself, and I can choose which one I want to go to, especially because I'm a centaur. I'm gonna just X out this side, just because it's a pain. I mean, like, it doesn't really, actually, no, I shouldn't exit out anyway. I'm just gonna make it worse. Alright, there's our first threat of the game. Ancient Lich. Alright, took care of it pretty easily. Okay. So I do need to keep in mind that the orb run is actually very straightforward for this character. I can run from everything, and whatever I can't run from, I can shadow form away from. So like, I really should not be dying at all once I get the orb. But that assumes that I get the orb, which is pretty close at this point, so I mean, notwithstanding some really stupid shit, I'll be getting the orb in no time. I mean, we haven't seen an orb of fire yet, and knowing my, like, commentator's curse, I'm gonna get an orb of fire, like, in the next couple of minutes, so I mean, it would be nice if I didn't get any, but Yeah, we don't really plan for that, do we? There's a reason why we go for RF instead of RC a lot in this game. You always plan for the Orb of Fire. I mean, really, you should be guaranteed to have at least one, but sometimes we get lucky and we just don't have to see him. Resistant to heat, that's not necessary at all. I actually will Cure Mute once I get, just before I get my hands on the orb. Oh, that's the double Orb of Fire. Holy shit. Okay, that was a lot of damage. I'm gonna pelt him at range. Wow, that actually does so much damage. Okay, we're actually cornered here. So I'm gonna shoot this guy up here, even though I know the orb can hit me and mutate me and shit. I just want to get in. I want to make sure that I can run at a moment's notice. Alright, let's light him up. Like, with triple RF, we should not be that scared, but I still do not want to disrespect an Orb of Fire. Because as you can see, I'm still on 2/3 health, even though I didn't really do much. Like, I didn't take much damage, I didn't do much. Like, it still kind of fucked me over a little bit. I mean, yes, there were two of them, but still, like, Zot 5 is a place of miracles. Anything can happen. And that normally refers to bad things happening, not good things. Alright, we got Haunted and Tormented. What the fuck? What can I use? Only Poison Arrow. Should be alright. I mean, like, if I was really antsy there, I would just heal wounds, but, you know, I think at this point I'm kind of used to the damage output of that particular Ancient Lich. I know which ones are the dangerous ones. Ah, shit, we got Drained Heavy. That kind of sucks. It's pretty bad drain. It's like 3 XLs. 3 levels of each. Which is pretty heavy, man. Like, okay, this is pretty bad. Okay. We need to put our Elec on, just because I don't want to take a million damage from that bolt of lightning. The electric golems are like a little known threat of a thing. You're usually too focused on the Ancient Liches and the Orb of Fire, but there are a lot of dangerous enemies and stuff. Almost every enemy is quite dangerous without the proper tuition. Just light them up. There we go. Nice. I mean, like, this character is strong, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm just not gonna play like I'm strong, because there's really no reason to. I'm not rushed for time. I'm okay with just getting a mediocre time. Or just a general time, any time at all. As long as I win. Alright, so here's another Orb of Fire. It's gonna mess us up a little bit. We're just gonna shoot it, like fuck it, we're just shooting it. It's actually pretty easy to kill it with this longbow, and with all the slaying we have. You gotta remember that we also have slaying from our Gloves of Archery, which is probably why there was such a difference between our melee and magic. Like, to be honest, that might be it. Well, also the fact that longbows are just high base damage, I suppose. I don't know. Just gonna kind of make my way back as I shoot, just so I am not like directly drawing enemies towards me. I mean, like, I'm still drawing enemies towards me, but I'm also moving back at the same time, so I'm slightly less exposed. This, like, hit and run tactic is pretty common in Centaur play. Like, I just shoot and I move back, and I shoot and I move back. So, like, it's usually at the edge of my screen, or by the time it's caught up to me, I've already moved, like, a full screen away, which is pretty useful. Alright, we'll actually just recharge the Dig Wand. There's nothing else to recharge of value. God, that makes me so salty. Okay. Let's go ahead and Cure Mute here. Okay, we literally lost. Like, the first one was so fucking bad, it got rid of, like, nothing. It got rid of all the good shit, and then it kept all the bad shit. But, okay, whatever, we'll move on. Oops, that was a bit of a mistake. Should be alright, though. Okay, this is a pain in the ass. I'm just gonna go ahead and, invis my way out. Just because that was just too much of an annoyance for me to continue going on. With that, I'm just gonna not worry about it. Oh god, am I really gonna have that fucking like error message the whole game? That's gonna be so annoying. You don't even know. Like, holy shit. Alright, since this upstairs was kind of convenient, I'll just dig my way up. Whoops, that's not what we want. This way. Just gonna walk away from this. As Centaur, I have a lot of privileges when it comes to Just being able to walk away from shit. A lot of the problems you have in life, you can just walk away from. Let's fly over this. There's no real risk of drowning because I'll just go into emergency flight mode, which is nice. Probably go up this staircase. That's a Hellion. I kind of don't want to go up unknown like holes just because it could screw me over more than I'm willing to take. God, come on, man. Like at least not in depths, I'd say. Sorry, I should have been more clear. I'm okay with doing it in dungeon because it doesn't really matter. Like, but in depths you could just get stuff that screws you over a little bit, and you're like, ah, feels bad, man. I'm not really bothering to pick up my arrows anymore. Like with 366, there's nothing in the game that I'm going to be fighting that requires that many arrows. Like literally nothing left in the game. There's not enough content in the game to use that many arrows. Unless I stood around for no reason. Like, but that's stupid. Why would you do that, right? All right, GDO. And there we go. Wow, we just walked out of that. Alright, so that's Centaur Hunter done. It's a fairly straightforward combo, so you shouldn't really have too many difficulties with it. I mean, this was a champion of this was a Centaur of Demise, so it's a little bit different from what you would expect. But Demise is a very solid god for a Centaur. Provides him with a tiny bit of defenses, a really strong panic button, and that really good offensive power. Just because of that Shadow Mimic. It's very effective, I think. Like I said, alternates would be in order of preference, Trog, Okawaru, and then Gozag. Oh no, sorry. Trog, Okawaru, and then Fedass most likely. Maybe Gozag. Gozag could work as well. But you can pick any of those gods and it'll still work out. Fedass, like I said, I have my own problems with, but if you can play Fedass, just go ahead and do it. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want for your first win. But I chose Demise because he was the first viable god that I wanted, and I just picked him and I did it. So it wasn't a big deal. Yeah, the Greaterplayer run is going to take is going to be a lot more of a challenge now that you've removed all those ones. It's pretty bad, but like it basically means that we get on average worse RNG or worse luck than like pretty much every game now is going to be like a decently bad luck. No matter what, no matter how good luck you kind of have bad luck when it comes to ones. You can just pretend it like that, but even then, it's a bit of a kick in the nuts. Teleporting strategies are like not really viable anymore because there's only a very limited amount of teleports. You're not going to be able to find them enough. Like, it's pretty brutal, man. I don't know. Heal wounds was probably the least problematic of them. Haste and like heal wounds is mostly specific to Detolf and Mummy. Haste is very specific to like every character. It's not specific. It's just bad for every character. Teleport's bad for every speedrunner, every 15 runner, every character. Like it's just bad stuff overall, really, because you just don't have a rechargeable. Like you don't have a way of influencing how much resource you get. It's just all RNG now, which really sucks. I'm not a fan of that, but whatever. I can't spend that much time on it. I mean, like eventually, like they'll make more and more changes, and I think that at some point I'll just hop off the bandwagon and I'll stop playing Crawl. Like, and once that's done, I'll probably just close the channel down. Unfortunately, like it's pretty sad, but I don't know. Like, there's gonna be a time like there's only so much shit I can take before I'm just like fuck this game. Like maybe this itself was not like the thing that's pushing me over, but like things like ogre changes and stuff. Like everyone has their breaking point. You can fuck with the game enough to break at least like a certain marginal player. Like it's gonna slowly get worse and worse and worse. Like I stuck through the game through corrosion changes, through fucking entropy weavers, through iron giants, through electricity, through shock serpents, through shoal changes, through swamp changes, through Arlec nerfs, through every fucking thing in the world, through depth changes. Like I stuck through with a lot of that, and I'm probably gonna stick through with this one. I'm not gonna be happy about it, but I'll still stick through it. But yeah, like I said, at some point in the game, I'm just gonna stop recognizing this game as cruel, and I'm gonna give up then, or I'll start playing. Like I don't want to play on an older version. There's no point. But yeah, once the game misaligns itself with my view of how the game should be, to a point where I can't recognize it as a game that I want to play anymore, like I'll just I'll have to give up. Like it's unfortunate, but that's my thoughts on it anyway. Like obviously, it's not like I'm whining. Devs do something, or else I'm gonna quit. I'm not gonna say that. It's more just like there might be a way. Like sorry, there might be a time where like the game just no longer holds anything for me anymore. And then I'll just stop. It's yeah, like it is kind of sad, but obviously like think about it like this: how many people have quit crawl? How many good players have quit crawl? How many people have stopped playing crawl? Like honestly, like a lot of people have stopped playing crawl, and I mean it has a life expectancy now because it keeps changing. Like certain people will not like certain things, certain people will like it, like and so on. The majority still like it now, but they'll be replaced eventually. Like eventually everyone will quit, whether it's because their life ends literally, or because like they just don't find interest in the game, they disagree with how the game should be made, they don't like specific changes, they don't like the way the devs are doing things, they don't like the way they suck, they don't like the way they feel like they've hit every challenge, whether or not they actually have. Like there's a life expectancy, and it really does suck that I have to like talk about my own, but you know, it's just a thing. Like this really has made me think about it because today I had to kind of stand by that. Like I think that it might happen at some point, but for the future, I'll still be trying to get stuff done. So for now, we'll finish up that. We'll definitely try to finish up that Greaterplayer series, no matter what happens, whether or not I have to go to 0.19 or not. Like I really hope the devs don't do another one of these changes like so soon. They've already fucked up Ogre as bad as it is. Like if they fuck up way worse, like well, I guess then GG. Like I'll just go back to 0.19 and I'll finish the Greaterplayer run there. And we can all like realistically for Greaterplayer you can finish it on whatever version you want. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, I'd suggest playing it on stable and then trunk if you feel like it. At least. Anyway, so Centaur Hunter. Sorry guys. Centaur Hunter should teach you about how to abuse speed, and it should teach you about how to use ranged weaponry, and then you'll figure out that it's really fiddly and you won't like it. Well, some people will really like it, some people won't. But the problem is ranged is kind of hard to come by in terms of like backgrounds and like just the way it happens. You can't get any kind of ranged weapon other than slings really early on, unless you get really lucky. So it's kind of hard to get unless you start arcade marksman or hunter, but like you can only do two of those in the Greaterplayer run, right? Like you can't do more of that. So like you might like ranged. It's up to you, but I'm just kind of like dabbling a little bit. So next video is going to be some kind of like other race, some kind of melee run, just to bring us back in line with that, like getting into the groove of winning. I do predict that there will be a lot of losses while playing Deep Elf and Centaur because they're two new different playstyles. I want to have just one win in between those two before we move on to Spring and Enchanter, just to like return us back to that mindset of winning. Like it should come really close after that Centaur Hunter. You go back to melee because we're going to be using the ability of melee to go into Spring and Enchanter, and then we'll do some other stuff. But that's essentially what I want us to do. So next video will most likely be a troll monk, I think, but I'm not really sure. I haven't really decided, but it might be something like that. So there you go. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow.